Hello, my moonbeams. I am so happy to have you here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful start to their week. Happy Monday. We are gonna jump into what are we releasing for this Cancer new moon? I hope you all are working on your new moon ceremony, like release, journaling. Write down the things you want to release so we can become anew after this new moon. This is a really heavy year for this, like finally releasing all that doesn't serve us. This is a perfect time. You may feel a lot of intense emotions coming up at this time with the Cancer new moon. It's water energy, very, very natural. You want to really feel those emotions so you can transmute that energy. All right, let's just get a couple sacred woundings, get the overall energy here of what you are releasing. Spirit, what is this collective releasing? Ancestral wound. Okay, will show up as reoccurring patterns of fear. Okay, so fear specifically, that was coming through really, really strong actually in the meditation prior to this. Intrusive thoughts specifically for somebody here. Okay, so thoughts you get over and over again. It's been a bit of a struggle here for somebody because you're really trying hard to listen to your intuition, and you get nervous that these intrusive, scary thoughts are trying to tell you something. And Spirit's saying here, it may be something you need to face, okay, so that you can see that nothing's wrong, but it's not to scare you. It's just to face it, to heal it, right? So if something keeps coming up, like let's say something keeps coming up health-wise, excuse me, still have this residual cough. I'm so sorry if that was loud in your ear. Something keeps coming up health-wise, like a scary thought that way or something, to just simply go get a physical or something. Just make sure, everything checks out. There's like collective energy of everyone trying to really get healthy, right? Letting go of vices, also standing up to what people have told us is okay for our bodies, and us just blindly listening to that, like, oh, 2 glasses of wine is good for you every night or whatever. And the studies coming out that that's absolutely not true, that no amount is good for you. We all still have our vices. Everyone has their vices, and that's collectively really being worked on as a whole. I mean, we can see so loudly the transition of like where everyone used to smoke, and now it's like, oh my God, who smokes? That's so unhealthy for us. And no shade to anyone that smokes. I know people that still very much love it. It's a very hard thing to give up. We're all on our own journey. We all have our own struggles with our own vices. Okay, so but this all ties in with that reoccurring fear. Okay, so reoccurring fear, trauma, or limitations passed down through generations. Okay, where was your family, your direct family, limited? Was it surrounding money? Okay, was it surrounding like, I'm never gonna go anywhere in life? Where they like really, really stuck? Okay, and you're the one that's supposed to heal that. Often without conscious awareness, may manifest as struggles with money. Exactly. Before I even read that just came to me so clearly. Thank you, Spirit. Relationships, health, okay? So this is all tying together. Or feelings of unworthiness. Carrying unresolved emotional baggage from ancestors that shapes your present reality. And the reality of it is too, we have our ancestors that really dealt with a lot of scary health issues, right? Like, and didn't have the medicine to kind of like for example, my grandmother had scarlet fever when she was young, and that severely weakened her heart. She still lived a pretty long life to 76, but it did cause problems throughout her life, and that age before my grandmother had to deal with a lot of stuff like that. It's scary, like living in fear that you're always going to get something or get sick and like not make it. Okay, that's a scary way to live. And so you may have some type of residual thoughts like that come up health wise, okay, from needing to be healed from like past life or past lineage, you know, your lineage. Okay, very important for somebody. It's very easy just to go, you know, get some blood work and just make sure everything's kind of like checking out, you know, just check in with yourself, eat a little healthier, but also very important for somebody here to minimize stress, okay? I have on in the background a let it go, let it be, and trust the universe meditation here. Very fitting for this energy here. That did not come out right, so we're not gonna take that one. Let's get okay, fear of change. So fear seems to be the anchored energy here. Will show up as resistance or anxiety towards new experiences, okay? Are you keeping too isolated at this time? Are you being nudged to get back out there and being too isolated still? Often rooted in past instability or the unknown. So for like people who had very unstable childhoods, okay, maybe parents who fought and would scream, you know, or would always seem to be like out of money, okay, not feeling safe, okay, very important here. It may manifest as fear of loss, doubt in your ability to adapt, or a desire to stay in comfort zones, urging you to embrace transformation and trust in your capacity for growth and resilience. It's almost like working a muscle, right? The more you do it, the more you get out of your comfort zone, the easier and easier it's going to become. The same with trusting your intuition, okay? The more you act on those nudges and things work out, you're going to trust your intuition more and more here, okay? So very important for somebody here needing to address a true self disconnection. Okay, so somebody here feeling very like, I don't know who I am, okay? I don't know who I am. There may have been some delays on your soul path a bit, delays in, somebody here is at a crossroad of going back to an old career or like starting all over, starting anew, trying something different, and is very worried about money here. And Spirit's telling you to just follow your heart. Everything is gonna be okay. I'm getting a lot of blue for some reason. I just got the color blue, like kind of almost like a navy, cross between a navy and a royal blue. Maybe that's someone's color. Maybe you're wearing that today. Okay. Maybe you've been blue, like literally your energy's been blue because you're not sure where to go or what to do. This is directly tied to the isolation energy. You need to get out there so you can discover yourself. Okay, very important here. There's fear around you, putting yourself out there too. So fear is really anchoring this. Okay, pushing through fears here. All right, we're gonna move to the inner child. I don't want this to be too long of a reading because I want to do a love reading today too, but this is very important energy. For those that are really interested in your soul path, your soul journey, and like working through your stuff, I know most people really want to hear like the love readings, but this is so important, and this is actually what I'm so passionate about. There was just a red-winged bird, black bird with red wings that flew by. This is the inner child oracle. So we're gonna look at what you're releasing, or what you're needing to look at to heal that inner child for this Cancer new moon. Okay. We have practice freedom, release the weight of judgment. Directly tied to this true self disconnection, right? Okay. You gotta go figure out who you are after this spiritual awakening. Okay. You gotta figure out your true self. A lot of times it'll be rooted to a lot of things you were interested in and the way you were more in your childlike energy. So like senior year and below, okay? So revisit those things. Revisit your hobbies and things you were interested in back then. Very important for somebody. The rainbow is really standing out to me. Okay, Spirit just said very clearly, you're going to see a rainbow soon. Maybe in the next 7 days is coming through, okay? And that's going to be confirmation for you that this reading is for you. So maybe come back and listen to this if you end up seeing a rainbow. Any way, it could be on the TV, it could be any way. Be present, find clarity in the moment. Could be having third eye tingling lately, but 26 or 3 could be significant. You could be seeing 333. That just came through. Spirit saying to really try to be as present and clear as possible, okay? Try to stave away the distractions and the vices. Very important right now. So that you can shift. I'm seeing someone here that has the ability to have a wild, like very significant shift in your life by the end of this year, but you gotta listen to those nudges that you're getting, the changes that you're being asked to make, okay? And not sitting in that wallowing energy of, oh, why doesn't that, why can these people do this, but I can't type thing. Everybody's journey is different, okay? You have a pretty high calling here, a pretty high calling of like helping people heal in some way, okay? And that takes a lot more discipline. That takes a lot more sacrifice, okay? I mean, we all have free will. You don't have to take the journey, but I think you'll be very disappointed at the end of your life if you don't take that journey. No, it's way too many. A time to remember. Look back on your childhood. I kid you not. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. That was absolutely beautiful. Look back on your childhood. Exactly what I said, from senior year and below. What were your hobbies, your interests, okay? Someone here really loved sugar back then, like sweet treats. And as time has progressed, that's kind of fallen away, maybe due to moving into another vice. But it's like, that's something that is kind of good for you here. Maybe someone likes sour candy. Wow, I love that. That was beautiful. Okay, we are going to move to the Soul Symphony deck and see what you're holding on to here, okay? What are you holding on to that needs to be released? Confirmation. Ravenous, insatiable, uncontrollable desires must have hunger for pleasure. We have the Raven here, okay? So vices again coming up. Confirmation here. Vices, okay? Letting go of those vices. Visit, unexpected visit, phone call, knock, writing by house. Okay, so someone here very clearly is holding on to a past person coming back in their life, and Spirit is asking you to let that go at this time, okay? You really need to let it go. Take your power back when it comes to that. Very strong, that's coming through, okay? You're holding on to a past person coming back. Gift, Date, letting you know, surprise, thinking of you. Yeah, this is tied to this visit card here. You're really hoping for this to come back in, and you're hanging on to it too much, okay? You really got to let it go and live your life here. The union, wow, reconciliation, coming back, second chance, rebuilding. So that's just confirmation there that this possibly is coming back, okay? So to just let it go, to do everything you can to work your soul path at this time, okay? Revenge, okay? So maybe I just heard very clearly some sort of resentment here, okay, that you still need to look at and let go of. You could be having dreams about people who you've had falling out with, okay, during your spiritual journey, okay? So there's something to look at there. You need to let go of the resentment, okay? Let go with love and call your power back from that situation, okay? Let go with love. Just pray. Pray for them. Say, I forgive you. I forgive myself. I let go with love. And so it is, okay? And let it go. Let the energy go. Let that stuck energy come out of you, okay? You don't need it. Let it go. Okay. What ascended masters can we call upon at this time, Spirit, to help us through this energy? We have Lady Nada. This is pretty collective right now. Lady Nada coming up for a large collective. Okay, heart awakening. You feel it. Okay, you've become softer again. You've become more kind. Okay, where you, as you're always a lover, a giver, and all these things, the world has hardened you a little bit. And that cycle of where you needed to be the Queen of Swords is closing out. Okay, we have awakened to the acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. Okay, not to be that overgiver anymore. Okay, who else, Spirit? Who else can we call upon at this time, and what advice do you have? Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. This is directly tied to you finding yourself too. You got to get out there to figure out what it is you want in life now, okay? People could be seeing this as like a midlife crisis, but this is just a spiritual awakening, my love, okay? Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. Beautiful. You are safe. Angels stand close. Call on Archangel Michael if you need protection, especially from the intrusive thoughts, okay? Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. And they're bringing me back to that concern about money, okay? Surrender that to the universe at this time, okay? And follow your heart. Gaia, earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to earth and stay grounded. A grounding practice, getting your bare feet out into the electrical charge of the earth, okay? Very important. Make sure you're getting your sun every day, drinking your water, okay? Keep your energy clear. Okay, we're gonna move on to some advice. We're gonna do the intuitive whisper in the Moonology deck, and then I'm gonna get a Ruin to close this out. So we're just gonna get a couple of each. Let go of control. Exactly. You got to trust in the universe for your journey. You got to, okay? Let go of control. 27 could be significant. Let go of control. 27 is very significant for me. It was the birthday of someone very near and dear to me that passed away. Okay, young too. He passed away very, very young. He was definitely a soulmate of mine. Someone I very, very dearly, dearly care about and think about constantly, okay? Oh my gosh, Spirit's telling me to tell this story, but some of you could think it's crazy. I don't even know if half of you get this far in my videos, but so I'm gonna say it. There's a huge moth outside. Moth to a flame that just came to me. After he passed away, I've had a lot of weird experiences, okay? Unexplainable experiences. And there was one where I've taken a break from my main career for a while, but I've worked in nonprofit legal work, helping people who cannot help themselves monetarily for many, many, many years through things like foreclosures, being exploited in adult guardianships, all types of things, okay? And so I was working an event one time, and I sat down to talk with this person, and he didn't look like this past person, but he did. Like, it's like I recognized him. It was so strange, and his mannerisms were the same. It was almost like just for a moment, his soul had come down into that body so we could talk. And that's gonna sound so crazy for some people, but it was, I have chills all over and I'm getting so emotional, but it was like I got to see him again for a moment. And it was beautiful. And that's just my point with that. Without staying grounded and without staying clear, you can't recognize the magic, okay? Very important for somebody here. And letting go, control as well, like trying to control everything doesn't let the magic flow into your life either, okay? You have to be a little fluid and open, and be open to new, and be open to opportunities and things like that, so that these things can come to you. If you're always closed off in your house and hermit energy, fearful of the world, these things aren't gonna come. Interesting time here. We have seagulls. What is meant for you will find you. Come what may has been coming up a lot. And there's so much blue energy here. So much blue energy. It's beautiful. Oh, way too many. Way too many. There's like some excitement in your energy here to take off, to take flight, I just heard. But there's also so much fear, throat release. Is there something you need to say? I just got that song, Say What You Need to Say. How does it go? I can hear it in my head. Say what you need to say. I can hear like the melody, but the lyrics aren't coming through very, very clear. Maybe some of you know. Throat release. Maybe there's something that needs to be said about something, okay, that you've been holding on to. Release it, even if you just write it down in your journal and release it under this new moon, okay? All right, let's move to the Moonology deck here. If you are interested in a love reading, I think I'm gonna put out 2 readings today. So this one and then the love reading. I may start offering personals soon. I am working on my website. I do readings in my small community for people, but I haven't started offering online readings yet, which I would really like to start doing. I am direct lineage from the last Choctaw chief, Greenwood LaFleur. That is Choctaw American Indian. Okay, so I have a lot of shamanistic roots. Okay, bring love into the situation. So again, back to like that hardening. Okay, you got this heart awakening going on here. New moon in Aquarius. A time to give rather than take. Step out of your comfort zone. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation once again. Get out of that comfort zone, my loves. It's going to open up a new world for you. A whole new world. I just heard that song so clear from Aladdin. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Wow, did we not say that? Like, this is coming to an end. All this like fear and feeling a bit stuck, not knowing yourself, okay? That self-discovery for you is really gonna open up. Like I'm really feeling by like December being a whole new person here, okay? Beautiful. Let's close this out with a ruin, and I will read from the book for you. And then come back for the love reading if this is tied to a twin flame journey for you, your soul path. I think most people that come to my page, this is going to be, and if not now, this may be something that comes to you later. Okay. Oh, I just heard get to. Okay, get to. All right. All right, Spirit. One more. Okay. XR, looks like. Let's see. We have partnership. Wow. So just as I was saying, if this is tied to a twin flame journey for you, then we have partnership. Very, very interesting. So it's confirmation for somebody. And then we have journey. So we have 2 and 20. So 222 could be significant for you. Let's read both of these quickly for you. Excuse me. This lingering cough thing that's been going on is been so frustrating, and I've been so tired. Okay, we'll read R first because I flipped to that one first. And this one came up last reading, I believe. Journey, communication, union, reunion. Interesting, because we had it in the card here too, okay? This rune is concerned with communication, with the attunement of something that has two sides, two elements, and with the ultimate union that comes at the end of a journey. I'm getting so strongly in this moment, the union within yourself too. The marrying of your own masculine and feminine, okay? Like fully feeling your true self. When what is above and what is below are united and of one mind. Inner worth mounts here. Someone very strongly here needs to take their power back from a vice, okay? It's an addiction of some sort, okay? And I'm getting liquid, so this may be alcohol, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. It's something you know that you need to let go of, like fully release, okay? Inner worth mounts here, and at such a time you are not intended. And this is sorry, they keep coming through. Okay, Spirit. This is an ancestral wound, okay? So possibly there's a lot of alcoholism in your family, okay? And you are the one being called to heal this, okay? It starts with you, I just heard. Inner work mounts here, and at such a time, you are not intended to rely entirely upon your own power. Instead, ask what constitutes right action. Ask through prayer and meditation, okay? Diana, Lady Nada, Archangel Michael, and Mother Gaia, okay? Through addressing the witness self, the teacher within. Once you are clear, you can neutralize your refusal to let right action flow through you, okay? And this makes sense, right? Because you know it's right to drop this vice. Call that into you, okay? Pray to God to release you from that, okay? And then let the energy flow through you. It doesn't mean that a craving or a feeling of maybe I want to do that today is never going to come back, okay? It's about having the strength to move through that, okay? All right, this is deep. Not intent on movement. Be content to wait. While you wait, keep on removing resistances, okay? So what are you resisting in change? Remove it. As the obstructions give way, all remorse arising from trying to make things happen disappears. The journey is towards self-healing, self-change, and union. You are concerned here with nothing less than obstructed perfect union, but the union of heaven and earth cannot be forced, letting go of control issues. Regulate any excesses in your life. Yes. Regulate any excesses in your life, my loves, okay? It's now. It's now or never. Now I'm getting that song by John Bon Jovi. Oh, it's now or never. We ain't gonna live forever. my life. Like, this change is so needed. It's been so needed. Getting the number 4, so maybe 4 years for you. Maybe this is something you've been working on for 4 years and you're just tired of this cycle, okay? Material advantages must not weigh heavily on this journey of the self toward the self. Stand apart even from like-minded others. The notion of strength in numbers does not apply at such time. And Spirit's coming through here really strongly that you need to see, once you climb this mountain, that you did it on your own, okay? This is important here. It's a big lesson for you. It's to show you how strong you are, okay? You're not gonna have to be alone again after this cycle completes. For this part of the journey, the soul's journey cannot be shared. Another of the cycle runes, this one carries within its form the rune of joy. For now, the end is in sight. You are no longer burdened by what you left behind. Heaven, see, it's like this time, it's the time, right? It may have been very hard to let this vice go or to let this person go. This obsessive thinking about this person, but at this time, you're going to let it all go and it's just going to come easy, possibly, okay? You are no longer burdened by what you have left behind. Heaven above you and earth below you unite within you to support you on your way. And you probably have been praying a lot lately that this leaves your life. A simple prayer for the soul's journey is, I will to will thy will. Such a prayer of intention is proper on any occasion and is particularly appropriate as a preamble to healing. I will to will thy will, and so it is. Okay, let's read the last one. Partnership. Partnership, a gift. Interesting. Didn't we have something about a gift here? I feel like we did. We did, gift. Interesting. Okay. Partnership, a gift. This last push in healing is going to bring forth the gift of some sort of significant partnership in your life, I just heard, okay? Drawing this rune is an indication that partnership in some form is at hand. In love relationships and business matters and partnering of every kind. Excuse me. You are put on notice not to collapse yourself into that union. This has come up recently too, both of these runes, okay? So somebody here, you're being asked not to lose yourself in your relationships anymore. You need to find yourself and stand strong in who you are, okay? Very, very important. You are put on notice not to collapse yourself into that union. For true partnership is achieved only by separate and whole beings who retain their separateness even as they unite. Remember to let the winds of heaven dance between you. At the same time, there is another aspect of partnership that you are being called to consider. For the path of partnership can lead you to the realization of a still greater union. Union with the higher self. Union with the divine. The ultimate gift of this rune is the realization of the divine in all things. God always enters into equal partnerships. And think about it. If you're not being true to yourself, okay, you're not tuning into your true self, then you're cut off from the divine. So how can that be a divine partnership? The sun just came out really bright. Something to ponder, okay? A little food for thought, if you will. Gibo, the rune of partnership, has no reverse, for it signifies the gift of freedom from which flow all other gifts. This was a magical reading, y'all. This was absolutely beautiful. Okay, new moon in Virgo, full moon in Capricorn, new moon in Aquarius here, and North Node. Follow your North Node. You have to figure out what you're passionate about and follow that. All right, my loves, I hope this helped you. I hope it gave you a little bit of guidance. I hope it helps strengthen your intuition on what you're already knowing and feeling, most importantly. I love you very much. Until next time, love and light.